In today's video, we'll be looking at an amazing log cabin project from the Wild Homestead channel. This cabin was built by James Alphos, an urbanite who grew up in Toronto, Los Angeles, and Beijing.
Oh shit.
Despite being a city dweller, he bravely chose a life in the forest. In the beginning, he had no modern equipment, just a few old tools, and an undying love for nature. As he cuts down the tree, determination shines in his eyes, as if with each blow he is one step closer to his dream. This wood will be the walls, roof, and floor of the house. He has a plan in mind to build everything with his own hands. He is cutting the trees evenly and stacking them one on top of the other. This will create a solid foundation for the cabin. With a hammer, he is slowly hammering long nails into the logs so that they are firmly attached to each other. The forest is covered in snow in the winter, but he continues to work with unyielding patience, ignoring the cold. He makes precise cuts at the joints of each log so that they fit together perfectly to create a strong wall. These pieces of wood will be the foundation of the wall, so he is measuring every inch with his own hands. James is picking up the heavy logs from the ground one by one because it's time to install the next layer of the wall. He's measuring each log to make sure it fits perfectly. Even the slightest mistake can throw the entire wall off balance. The height of the wall is gradually increasing. Now it seems that the layers of wood fit perfectly together. Every log is covered in ice, but the work does not stop. This man knows that nothing lasts without suffering. Carrying heavy logs on his shoulders with one hand is not easy, but James does it with his strength and patience. Standing in the cold wind and snow, he lifts the wooden beams one by one, trying to position them at the right angle. These woods are freshly cut, so they are being cleaned so that they will last a long time after being installed on the roof.
Got it? Little slick into the inside. Okay, you ready?
With a saw in his hand and a keen eye, he now selects trees that are straight and suitable for building a structure. The timbers are carefully selected to ensure that they are all straight and strong, as the entire weight of the roof will fall on them.
Whoa!
The timbers are carefully selected to ensure that they are all straight and strong, as the entire weight of the roof will fall on them. He has to handle a lot of weight while lifting the wood onto the wall above, but he doesn't stop. James has begun installing the main roof beams. These are the timbers that will hold the roof together for years to come. As he lifts the timbers, he immediately takes measurements to ensure that the two sides are balanced and the structure is durable. The triangular roof trusses are being built. They will hold the roof up all winter long. James is shouldering the heavy logs and carrying them up, a task that requires a lot of strength and patience. He doesn't stop, even with his hands frozen in the cold wind, because this structure is the foundation of his dream roof. He is lifting the heavy log onto his shoulders and lifting it up the wall. If he is not perfectly balanced at this stage, the entire structure could tip over. Now James is installing wooden boards on the walls of the cabin to increase the height and strength of the room. He is carefully lifting the wooden board and fitting it properly on the wall. The wood's texture glistens in the sunlight as he holds each board in his hand and aligns it with the roof frame. He cuts the boards with a circular saw with a firm grip, slowly bringing precision to each part. Now James is building the roof's sturdy frame, fitting each timber perfectly so that the entire roof stands strong. He is screwing metal clips into each beam joint to make the timber connection more permanent. James is installing new wood on one side of the roof, which will be the gable side, the main part that creates the triangular shape of the roof. Here, each log is being placed in such a way that it forms an upward sloping angle shape, on top of which the roof timbers will later sit. The builder carefully lifts the thick wooden log up and places it properly against the frame. These upper logs will later support the main structure of the roof and provide a solid foundation. He is lifting a heavy wooden diagonal beam from one side of the house and aligning it with the cross beam above. He is using a power drill to screw the wooden beam into place. This part adds stability to the roof frame. A large beam is being installed at the top of the wooden house, which will be used to carry the load of the roof. The beam is being fitted tightly with a screw machine so that it does not move. Work is underway on the very top of the house. Thick wooden beams are being placed on the two side walls, which will hold the main structure of the roof. The builder is installing a sloping wooden structure on the upper beam, which will serve as the rafters for the roof in the future. He is measuring the angles of the wood so that the roof slope is even and balanced. He cut and prepared the wood to specific sizes so that the upper beam could be properly installed. In the morning sunlight, the frame of the fully wooden cabin is standing, and he is now preparing the wood for the roof. He is setting a long wooden log against the wall of the upper floor and cutting it to size so that the beam will fit straight. He is carefully placing the rafters in the roof structure, one after the other, so that the roof slope is precisely formed. Each wooden beam is being precisely measured and installed, so that both sides of the roof are balanced and a solid foundation is created. He is installing wooden boards from the bottom so that the base of the roof is evenly formed. The wooden boards are being placed one after the other in such a way that the next layer can be easily installed. He himself stands from below, lifting the heavy boards up and carefully fitting them. Large plywood sheets are being placed on the sloping wooden rafters and fitted with screw machines to strengthen the main structure of the roof. The plywood sheets are being fitted one by one onto the wooden frame, from the bottom up. He uses a screw drill to attach each board to the wooden beam to ensure it is firmly in place. After one side of the house was completely covered with boards, he started working on the other side so that the entire roof would be equally strong. The wood at the very edge of the roof was extra, so he was cutting it off to level the roof line. The man is carefully measuring and fitting the waterproof black cover over the roof to prevent water or snow from getting in. He is using hand tools to secure the cover to the wooden frame so that it doesn't come loose in the wind. He climbs up the edge of the waterproof sheeting installed on the roof, so that each corner can be placed perfectly straight. Then he places long white wooden strips one by one on the roof, which will make the roof stronger and more stable. These timbers are being installed parallel to each other, creating an even base for installing the tin or roof covering. The builder climbs the ladder to the roof and installs the wooden panels evenly. He has started installing the tin sheets from the first side of the roof, standing on a ladder. The sheets are being installed from the bottom to the top, overlapping them correctly. The screw points are marked in the middle of each tin, and the screws are inserted in the right place. The tin is installed, keeping the roof slope in place so that rainwater can drain easily. Having finished one side of the house, he has now started installing the tin on the other side of the roof. The tin is being firmly attached to the wooden beams with a hammer and drill machine. This time he is installing a ridge cap at the very top of the roof, which will cover the junction of the tin on both sides. He is using a screw machine to firmly screw the ridge cap. Each screw is placed at an equal distance so that the roof looks neat and symmetrical. Soil is being brought in around the house using a trailer so that the base of the house is firmly covered. Strong wooden beams are being used to frame the house around it, which will serve as the base for the floor. The wooden beams inside the house are being measured so that the floor structure can be laid out perfectly. The wooden beams are being cut to size so that each piece fits perfectly. He is leveling the ground inside the house to create a solid and flat base for future flooring. He is using a spray bottle of cleaner to thoroughly clean the logs below to make them strong. First, a solid wooden beam is placed on one side of the house to create a lower frame that can support the weight of the entire floor. He is laying a polythene or plastic sheet under the beams to prevent soil moisture from reaching the wood and to prevent rot. First, he levels the bottom of the floor so that the blocks can be placed firmly. Then, large, hollow concrete blocks are placed one by one. These will essentially hold the weight of the floor.
go. Wow.
First, a certain amount of insulation is placed between the wooden beams to prevent cold or moisture from entering. Each empty space is carefully filled with insulation material to control the temperature at the bottom of the room. Then, large wooden sheets, plywood boards, are placed on top, which will form the main rigid structure of the floor. A new wooden frame is being built in the middle of the house, which will serve as the base for the next floor. Wooden beams are being placed around the floor, straightening it out so that the entire structure is level. Thick polythene or waterproof sheet is being laid over the frame to prevent moisture. First, the wooden frame section is set correctly with the block base at the bottom so that there is a strong mass. Then, the beams are firmly attached to the wooden wall one by one with a screw machine. Each section is carefully filled and evenly laid with insulation of equal thickness. Large wooden boards are placed on top of the insulation, which will be the top layer of the floor. Working on the other side of the roof, where the tin sheets are being placed precisely in line with the frame. Each sheet is aligned evenly so that the roof structure is perfectly straight. A joint is now being installed between the metal sheets on the roof, so that water or snow cannot enter. The joint is being screwed tightly with a screw drill machine so that it does not open in the wind. The wooden logs are measured and cut to perfection using a chainsaw. The top is being cut from the inside so that the door frame can be placed evenly. Each cut of wood is being done with great precision so that the cabin structure is perfectly straight and perfect. The wood is being cut straight and accurately using a chainsaw so that the door frame can be installed. The wood is being cut evenly from the outside and inside to create the frame space. The work of installing the door frame has begun. The wooden frame is being held up and placed in the correct position. The frame is being installed in such a way that it fits perfectly into the door groove and is straight. The wooden door is being carefully fitted into the frame by hand. The door is perfectly positioned. The cabin entrance is now completely ready. From the outside, the door is beautifully and sturdily fitted, matching the cabin's design. The exterior of the wooden house is now being cleaned to bring out the natural beauty of the wood. A protective coat is being applied around the door and on the top of the wall to protect the wood from rain or moisture. After drying, the color of the wood will be brighter and the house will shine like new amidst nature. Protective wood oil or stain is being applied with a brush over the entire wooden wall to deepen the color of the wood and make it durable. The gaps between each log are also being well coated to prevent water from entering and damaging the wood. The paint is also being applied evenly around the door so that all parts have the same shine. Using a level tool, he checks each side to make sure the height and width of the window are perfectly even, with no slope in either direction. Now, holding the chainsaw firmly in his hand, he slowly cuts the wooden wall to the specified size to create the window opening. He works very carefully with each cut, because even the slightest mistake can throw the entire wall off balance and cause the wood to split. The window space is now being measured on the wooden wall so that it can be cut evenly and the frame can be placed correctly. After taking measurements, the wooden logs are started to be cut with a chainsaw, gradually clearing out specific areas. Wire mesh is being gradually installed on the floor of the house so that the house is completely sealed and increases its durability. Coarse stones are being spread around the house, which reduces soil moisture and protects the wood from rotting. Now he is putting on his safety gear and starting the chainsaw, slowly preparing to cut the wood. He is cutting with the chainsaw from the top, making a precise cut so as not to damage the structure of the wood. He is slowly cutting through the entire section, creating a gap in the window, the pieces of wood falling to the ground. Thick rope is being used to seal the gaps between the wooden logs. This is the process of sealing the walls. The rope is being hammered into place between the logs to seal the gaps and increase thermal insulation. The rope is being firmly pressed into the joints of each log, which keeps the house strong and protected from the cold. Having carefully measured the wooden frame, he is creating a perfect frame by fitting the wood around the window. He is adding new wooden supports to the empty space above, creating a strong structure for the window. The bottom of the frame is being sealed using blueskin butyl flash tape for durable waterproof protection. He is carefully placing the window inside the frame, making sure it fits perfectly. The new windows are being sized correctly on opposite sides of the house so that light and air can enter equally from both sides. Cutting the thick wooden logs requires great care, and a slight mistake can throw the entire wall off balance. The window frame is being fitted correctly into the wooden wall so that the entire structure is perfectly straight and balanced. After the frame is installed, the window unit is now being carefully lifted and placed inside the frame. The window is being fitted in such a way that outside wind and rain cannot penetrate at all. The craftsman is measuring the space under the roof to make a small window that will let sunlight into the house.
Nice.
The wooden frame of the window is complete. The beautifully placed window now brings natural light, air, and a sense of peace into the home. The wooden door that was previously installed in the house is now being removed along with the frame so that it can be reinstalled more precisely. Thicker wood is being used to make the Roger frame, making it stronger than before. The pieces of wood are being joined together evenly, tightly fastened with screws. The top and bottom of the door are being fitted together with the correct measurements so that there are no gaps. The new door is now being measured and fitted to the wooden frame, ensuring that it fits perfectly. The hinges are being adjusted and screwed in place so that the door can be opened and closed easily. A hole is being cut in the middle of the door, and the new lock is gradually being installed. The lock is firmly secured to the frame with screws. The door is now completely secure and functional. Now you can see that the small windows under the roof are being glassed in. The glass is being carefully placed inside the frame and sealed, so that no air or water can enter. All work is done. The log cabin is now complete. Natural light streams in through new doors, windows, and skylights. The house is now the perfect off-grid retreat.
Friends, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Your feedback is our inspiration, so let us know in the comments how you like the video.